Okay, welcome back. We're going to look through some of the analytics for the month of June now on LinkedIn, just to see where we might have some peaks or some low points and see if the campaign made a difference to that. So, at the moment, all of our engagement across the month was all organic. We didn't pay for any advertising, we just let it grow organically. So, it starts here on May 31st, quite low down. Obviously, I think it's one of the lowest points of the entire month, actually. And then June 1st, we got a massive peak. So that would be the day that we posted the Pride post, the initial Pride post, and the day that we posted the first of the influencers, which I believe was Tim Cook from Apple. So quite a well-known figure for our first one. So we've got quite a lot of impressions here, which is fantastic to see. So quite a large jump. That seems like a very successful day of posting. Wednesday, it went back down. That's to be expected. We didn't post anything on the Pride campaign on that day. Thursday, again, jumped up, which is fantastic to see. That would be another day that we posted. I believe it was Anna Ariola from Microsoft. And we were up 111% of organic engagement on that day, which is just fantastic to see. Bit of a curve here going down. So Friday we went down lower, Saturday, Sunday, that's to be expected. We don't actually do anything on the weekends, as most people do on LinkedIn, really. I think a lot of the activity does stem during the weekdays, because obviously that's when people are most of the time at work. Monday, it jumped up a little bit, so not as low as it was these days, back up on Monday. Tuesday, again, we got a massive spike. That's great to see. That means that one of our posts for the Pride campaign did extremely well. Down again on Wednesday, which is to be expected. Thursday, unfortunately, didn't do quite as well, so not entirely sure why, but the Thursday the engagement on Pride posts was down. Perhaps it was that the only post that went out that day was the Pride post. So this is just that one post. On these other days with the big spikes, it's possible that other posts that were posted on that day about other things may have helped to, bump up that engagement. So this little sort of dip might just be because it was just the one Pride post. But still, 873 organic sort of impressions is really good to see. So I'm quite happy with that. Friday went up a little bit. We might have done something a little bit special that day, maybe like a team lunch or something that we've posted. Can't be too sure. Again, down on the weekend. Tuesday, it jumped back up again, which is another day that we did another Pride post. Obviously, always keeping to the Tuesdays and the Thursdays. So there's quite a clear kind of increase in engagement, which is quite nice to see every time we do post on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Wednesday went down a little bit. This Thursday, down even more. Not entirely sure why. Again, though, it's still 700 organic impressions. That is, if it's, I assume it was probably the only post that we put out that day again. So to get that on just one post is reasonable. We're happy with that. Again, another dip on the weekend. Monday up again, Tuesday up again, over 1,000, which is great. Wednesday down a little bit. This Thursday, possibly the worst of the Pride posts. Only just under 500 organic impressions, but still not too downhearted. And Friday it shot up again. Not too sure why. And then obviously the weekend came, so it's down again. Monday, it's very down. Tuesday, so that would be the last post that we made, over 2,000 impressions, which is fantastic. So potentially not all for the Pride post by itself, but still fantastic to see. Very happy to see that there is a jump in engagement on a day that we posted a Pride piece. So there seems to be a bit of an overall trend. So it does tend to go up on the days that we have posted a Pride post. It seemed to do a lot better at the start of the month when it was kind of fresh in people's minds that it was Pride Month. It was kind of everywhere on the timeline that it was Pride Month. People were used to seeing it and engaging with it. But as the month kind of went on, we can see that it starts dipping in popularity. And another little spike at the end, which is nice to see. But again, it might be because the month was just coming to an end and there were more posts about Pride Month being over, but it's not, people still advocating for Pride within the LGBTQ plus community, because, of course, accepting for 1 month of the year, we're celebrating for a month, but the acceptance and the love kind of has to stick around for the rest of the year. So there's a lot of posts that center around that near the end of June, which makes a lot of sense. People saying, Pride Month may be ending, but obviously the fight goes on for equality and acceptance. So it might be that was the case for why there was such a spike, because there were other posts about it, which is great. We do have some more information down here about specific posts, which is great. So the massive spike that we had on the 1st of June, that was both of the Pride posts. So you can see here, June 1st marks the beginning of Pride Month. So that was our initial post. And today we kick off Pride Month with our first LGBTQ tech leader, Tim Cook. So you can see that the impressions here make up all of the impressions from that day. Click rate is better on the post about Tim himself rather than the initial post. And we got a higher engagement rate, and we got more reactions too, and some shares, which is great. Down here it does say posted by Katie White, but as explained in a previous video, we posted all of ours through Pager, and it was Katie's account I was using because we only have one Pager account, so it will come up as Katie's name, but it was me posting them. And then further into the month, we can see what the other posts were kind of doing. So when was the day? So the final day, June 29th, is the day that we got so many impressions. We got over 2,000 organic impressions. And on the 29th, our final Pride Month got over 1,000, which is great to see. Fantastic engagement. But it was slightly overshadowed by the monthly team breakfast. So that would explain it. We do get a lot of engagement on our team breakfasts, a much higher engagement rate here of 9.38%. You can see here that this was one of the last posts, and it only got 780. So that trend here of the engagement sort of going down per post, we kind of do see. During the month, we got sort of less and less engagement on the Pride posts, maybe because it wasn't fresh in people's memory, and it wasn't surrounded by more Pride posts from other companies.